Hello everyone. Today I wanted to give a brief lecture on the correspondence theory of truth. Over the course of the history of philosophy, there have been a number of different ways that people have tried to conceptualize and think about truth, but probably the dominant theory has been the correspondence theory. So the correspondence theory holds that truth is in essence a relationship. Truth is a relationship between thoughts, which we then express in sentences or claims about the world, and what philosophers call states of affairs, or what we might think of as the way the world is, or the way things are. So the idea is, when I have a thought and I express it in a sentence, when I make a claim about the world, that claim is true if what I've said, what I've thought, what I've claimed corresponds with, or matches with, or fits with the way things are in the world, the states of affairs as they actually are. So for example, if right now I say I am holding a blue pen, that statement, that claim that I'm holding a blue pen corresponds with the way things are in the world. In the actual world, I am holding a blue pen. So the correspondence theory would say my claim is true. What I've said, that I'm holding a blue pen, corresponds with the states of affairs in the world. Now, if I say I am holding a red pen, my statement would be false, because what I have expressed, what I've said, what I've claimed, that I am holding a red pen, does not correspond with the way things are in the world. It does not match the states of affairs. So the correspondence theory of truth basically holds that if we want to test the truth of our claims, the truth of our propositions, we go out to the world and we look and we see whether the world corresponds with or fits with what we have claimed. Now, there can be some challenges to using the correspondence theory of truth. Some of the things we want to talk about are not things that we can just go out in the world and look and see. If I want to make claims about justice or goodness or rightness, those are not so easy to go out and find as pens and looking at their colors, etc. If I make a claim like all human beings have certain basic inalienable rights, that is a harder claim to test using the correspondence theory of truth because rights are not physical objects that I can point to. If I want to judge whether or not this pen is red or blue, I can look at the pen. But just by looking at something, I don't necessarily see rights. So what we find is that for some of these abstract concepts that philosophers are interested in, like I said, concepts like justice or beauty or goodness or rightness, those are a little bit trickier to capture with the correspondence theory of truth. So over the course of the history of philosophy, philosophers have established alternative theories of truth. We talked about the pragmatic theory of truth a couple chapters ago, and in our next lecture we're going to talk about the coherence theory of truth. But just as a quick summary, the correspondence theory of truth holds that truth is a relationship between claims I make about the world and states of affairs in the world itself. If what I claim corresponds with the way things are in the world, what I've said is true. If what I claim does not correspond with the way things are in the world, then what I've said is false.